Timer's on. Timer's on.
Oh. Okay, and?
Maybe we'll find another better place on Sunday to lay it out and really have. Maybe DFU should be open.
Hello, my name is Evie Hoover. E-E-V-E-E. At the beginning of the creative process, I had to think about who my audience was, what Fabrio represents, how do I make something that I'm proud of that speaks to my own self, and yet also other people could want to do, you know?
Yes.
Go to 115.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be good.
Okay, good. So we're gonna take off with you. We're about like 1 minute, 50 seconds.
When Eric asked me last summer if I wanted to be the creative director this year for the show, I'd thought about being a young professional, being an artist. And there are so many of us that are embarking on these long, arduous career paths that will deviate so much from our creative side. I wanted to use this runway as a vision into a world where both of those experiences coexist. Creating the bureaucratic and yet also completely individualized runway concept into one thing, Rewerk the workforce, means that we recognize our role in facilitating our future. We're not absent-minded bodies of whatever institutions we become a part of. We can still be actively reshaping, redefining, and inspiring the future that we want for it.
Eric Tran. I'm Eric. I founded Fabrio. I'm the founder, the president.
Creating Fabrio, what was kind of the driving force behind that?
Boredom. I was in STEM prior to switching my major, and I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't content with it. I needed a creative outlet, as I say. And so I was like, why don't I just start a sustainable fashion magazine while I was in the midst of a Chem 101 lecture. Yeah, I was sitting in lecture and I was like, I'm just gonna start, instead of writing notes in my iPad, start sketching out logos for Fabrio. The moment Evie was like, I kind of want to do my own show, I was like, we can make that happen. Period, point blank. I trusted them really early on. I got a really good feeling from them, and I was like, this is something that could be so amazing.
We are currently on our way to Fabrio rehearsal for the fashion show. I'm pretty excited. Right now we're in the early stages of practicing our walks. The choreography of it all is gonna eat. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Very exciting.
the energy from your friendship.
We're about to practice our walks and go through like the first part of the runway show. I'm feeling excited. Yeah.
I'm nervous. I don't want to like fall.
Today was like my first rehearsal. I feel like once we all get comfortable with like the music itself, I think everything's gonna be alright.
Are you liking it so far? You're nervous?
My skirt's like
Evie and Eric are really encouraging me, so they give us a lot of creative freedom, which is super nice, and to put on more of a story than just walking clothes.
They have so many like theatrical elements to it. Like even as people are walking, they're doing things, and there's acting involved, and it just seems like she said, it's just so creative and like so different from what I've seen before. The creative energy that's like kind of like collective for everybody who's doing it is like really intense, and it's like a really good environment to like feel yourself.
I'm reminded of the collective that we're trying to become, because in the past I know Fabrio has been bureaucratic towards a unitarian, single streamlined voice, but Fabrio wants to become like an artistic hub. It's corny, but teamwork is everything, you know? And I have to continuously remind the other people in my team that I'm here for them. I'm here to represent them. I'm here to support their vision, their creativity, escape from everything else they're working on. If it's not fun, it's worth nothing. So that's my job.
Thank you. It is Thursday, so we have Friday, Saturday, and then we have the show. So that is 2 days. It's crunch time. So if it's not done, that needs to get done like yesterday.
Yeah, but like, no, you've been doing
And my greatest strength
I can move it up in a bit so we can like sit on each other.
3 extra pairs of socks. That should work.
The inside, like the inside of a, it's like when the inside of like a jacket's like shirt bars.
My name is Nathan. I am head of styling on Fabrio magazine.
I'm Chessie. I'm head of upcycling.
I'm Camila Ramos, and I am an upcycler.
I'm Sabina Tagueva, and I'm a stylist.
Right now we're working on the inside panel of the hood piece of Cyrus's look, who I've worked with. Is that we are doing these canvas patches, and we are going to line the entirety of it. So
I have 2 looks in the fashion show, and I'm working on this one. The piece itself, it has like a lot of movement in it, and it's very loose fitting, so when my model walks, it flows very well. I tried to mix up the different types of fabric I was using, as well as like texture. She has like a whole line, and I literally like saw it one time on like Instagram Reels. She's just like crazy. Like this was one of her dresses, and like I loved the bounce of the fabric, you know, so like I kind of did it a little different where my pieces aren't sewn fully down.
I don't really know how to work a sewing machine. I know how to like hand sew because my grandma taught me when I was like 10, but I'm not great at it, so I'm glad I'm getting my practice in, but Cammie's really good at it.
my grandmother had an old sewing machine in my house that was really broken, and I fixed it up and started like sewing. I kind of really fell in love with fashion at the time. My process is a lot of trying. I just rip anything up if it has potential.
For me, I kind of view everything, or like every article of clothing, kind of like as an opportunity rather than kind of like what it is, and like giving things like a second life in like an artistic sense. One of my other looks has a plaster bust corset, and it's supposed to kind of like look like a sculpture. How can I style that in a way where it looks professional and like corporate? So I guess it challenges, which I think is fun.
I pinned this and this piece, which like extends to the back, on just so that I could just wear it to class. Happened to be doing the fitting that day. We tried the blazer on the model, was not good. So then I was like, wait, why don't you try this blazer on? And she did, and it actually looked pretty good on her.
The show is 3 days.
Sunday.
Yeah, I think after yesterday's dress rehearsal, I'm feeling like a deep motivation. Just all of Fabrio as a collective, the amount of effort that we've put into this, like, and seeing it right there is just so motivating.
We saw the run through, and I was really shocked. I'm so excited. Like, my friends are coming, and I'm so excited to show them.
I think it's going okay. Rewerk is like mad stressed. We have like, we're two sides of like the same stress coin.
So through this door, we're going to have models walk through it. 2 long points, and these, only one person's gonna pose here and another person's gonna pose there.
On the side, me. Are they about to go through the?
They are, full way through.
Okay.
This is right before they do hair and makeup. If this goes wrong.
I hope people feel mobilized after this show. I hope people want to hit a thrift store as soon as the show ends. Because there are so many things on this runway that I think the general public wouldn't have even imagined you could get secondhand. That narrative that has been told for so long does not work for 90% of the population. It doesn't make any sense. We have to tell our elders that just because they've been taught something doesn't mean it was right. Just because they've been doing it for so long does not mean that we have to, and they don't have to. I really do hope that there are sage professionals in this audience, because I want them to know that I'm not playing around with the game that they've been playing in. It's not fair. None of us want to live in it, and so we don't have to, and so we won't. So redefining professionalism, not only in the creative sense, but also in a way that rewrites what should have always been professional. That is the soul of this runway.